Whitman's list of 15 commencement speakers that will make everybody jealous. Apparently, the only two speakers, and I really don't understand this, who could make people more jealous were Oprah Winfrey and Barack Obama. And I would note that as much as I'd like to hear those two speak on any other day, I wouldn't want to be anywhere other than here today. We are in for a true treat. Today, it is my privilege to present Eric with an honorary degree. Eric, thank you for your generosity in sharing with us today and yesterday, for your unswerving devotion to your daughter and to her education here at Whitman. We are excited that both you and Lily will be receiving a Whitman degree today, although I would note that Lily probably had to put in a few more late night hours into hers than you. But we welcome you, Lily, Tanya, and your entire family, your son Kerry, to the great Whitman family. Therefore, be it known that the trustees, upon recommendation of the faculty, hereby confer upon Eric Idle the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining to that degree. Eric will now give our commencement address. Eric Idle.
President Bridges, faculty, graduating class, parents, guests, students, and the man at the back who's wandered into the wrong place by mistake. Good morning. My task is a pleasant one. I'm here today because I am a proud parent of one of the graduating class of 2013, my daughter Lily. Congratulations. And like you other proud parents, I'm kind of anxious to hear what on earth I'm going to say. I have been especially asked not to be rude or inappropriate, which is a bit like inviting a boxer to fight and not asking him to hit anyone. But I have reassured your president, whose job is at stake, that today's address is rated NBL, NV, and NN. No bad language, no violence, and definitely no nudity. I've also been asked not to be too long, as I'm sure you're bursting for a pee. And to be funny. I do hope I will be funny, but do feel free to laugh sycophantically at anything that sounds even remotely amusing. I hope I can say something that you can take away with you today as you commence your life. Or, as the rest of us know, go downhill from here. This is not so much a commencement as the end of the good bit. After college, it's a bit like being cast out of paradise. From now on, it's all debts and taxes and death and jobs, marriages and divorces and money problems. It's a mess out there. And then you have to watch yourself turning into your parents. Well, I'm not going to say any of that, obviously, because I think we need today to hear something encouraging, something you remember when other people say, oh, we had Steve Jobs, or we had Oprah, we had Obama, we had the Pope. So you don't feel you have to say, oh, we just had that twit from Monty Python. So I really do want to say something touching and real, but don't hold your breath, okay? Because my track record on the touchy-feely stuff is not good, not just because I'm a professional idiot, but because, as you might have spotted, I'm British. And as you know, we Brits have no emotions. Instead, we have loyalty, and they have emotions for us. We are always very happy for them, getting married, getting pregnant, getting buried. You know, it's nice and stops us having to worry about our own feelings. We stand out in the rain for hours and wave little flags and cheer as they celebrate themselves. Hooray! Should we go inside now? No, let's stay outside, it's still raining. So the Queen's reign is actually literal in England. And so we do love royalty in England. Now, when I do this, it means I'm being ironic. Now I'm being genuine. Now I'm being ironic. Okay? Sincere, ironic. Okay, got it? And I've been forced to invent this sign recently, as I find that nowadays nobody gets irony. Because we're now living in the post-ironic age. Once George Bush gets a library, irony is dead. No, I won't go there. Well, I don't want to be controversial today because I know you Americans are very sensitive. Plus, you have a lot of guns. And a quick word on the Second Amendment, which I understand, but I think I can promise you we Brits are not coming back. So you don't need that many muskets. Okay, that's the irony sign. I think you're going to find that really helpful in your future life. Now, President Bridges... I'm so sorry. President Bridges kindly blackmailed me into coming today and showed his perfect understanding of the English by offering me no money but a chance to dress up in a silly costume. That for Brits is irresistible, so thank you, President Bridges, for the great honour you do me today. My wife is absolutely thrilled she's finally married to a doctor. And of course I am thrilled because I can now prescribe my own medical marijuana. I can't imagine why you asked me. I presume the Kardashians were busy. Now, I've called this address "There's No Time Like the Pleasant," and here's a little poem I wrote to help you remind you what I'm trying to say. Life has a very simple plot. First you're here, and then you're not. So remember, life is very short, and life can be very pleasant, so do enjoy it. Just remember that throughout all of history, and all of the people who ever lived, there is not one single person, not Shakespeare, not Mozart, not Chaucer, not Einstein, not Hubble, not Jeff who feeds the donkeys, who wouldn't give up everything they ever achieved in their lifetimes to stand here in your place and be alive here today, right now. Not one. Well, there is one, yes, but apart from Jeff who feeds the donkeys, there's nobody who wouldn't gladly exchange with you today being young and here and alive. I would give all of my money to be you. I'm not going to because my wife has it. I'm allowed one wife joke and that's it. And I agree because I am a married liberal. I believe in a woman's right to choose for me. So, your life is precious. You've only got one. Don't waste it on bad relationships, on bad marriages, on bad jobs, on bad people. Waste it wisely on what you want to do, okay? But if you're still playing beer pong in 5 years from now, you may be on the wrong track. You are alive at the finest point in mankind's history, when we now know more about our origins and our planet and our universe than any preceding generations. Life took over 4 billion years to evolve into you, and you've about 70 more years to enjoy it. Billions of years ago, right here, mollusks frolicked. In the great age of the mollusk, when mollusks ruled the world, as seen on PBS. That was, of course, in the great period the scientists call the Flirtatious. I mean, can you imagine one mollusk saying to another, "Oh, love, swim around a bit, you know. In only a few billion years, we'll all have evolved into a graduation class at Whitman." No, you can't imagine that because mollusks can't speak. Nor are they qualified for Whitman degrees. Though they probably have more chance of getting a Whitman degree than the Kardashians. Now, there aren't that many days in life that you can pretty much guarantee you won't forget. Your first arrest, prison, obviously. First sex, it's hard to forget that no matter how hard you try. And graduation day is one of those days you will remember until the day you forget. So what else are you going to remember about Whitman, apart from beer, bong and beer pong? Well, you'll probably remember the first time you got drunk. Who knew the room would go round and round and round? They don't say that on the bottle, do they? Warning, the room will go round and round and round. The wineries here in Walla Walla don't say, come to a room going round and round and round party. No. So be careful of that. When the room's spinning, you've pretty much had enough. It's the same with marriage. Some bits of advice: never apologise, never explain. That's what I hear a lot of people say, and I think it's bollocks. Okay? Never apologise, never explain was said by Henry IV II when he was caught drunk driving in a car in California with a young lady, not his wife. She was a chorus girl and he was a millionaire. And there are still some things money can buy. And under those terms, I think never apologise and never explain is a good advice. But I think apologising every now and again is a very good thing to do. It gets you in a very high moral position with people you've hurt. I'm not suggesting you become like the English and say sorry all the time, because they don't mean it. You know, they push you up and go, oh, sorry. And they elbow you aside in shops, but they don't mean it. The British do not mean sorry.